Greeting everybody. Thanks for being here. You take a moment just to turn to each other to say hi.
Hi, Tina. I'm Sharon.
So, I've been listening to this beautiful song by Sinead O'Connor. It's called The Healing Room. And she says, there is a universe inside me, a healing place where spirit guides me. I can go there and ask any question, and if I listen, they will answer. And they say, if you don't know me, you won't be free. And that just is like speaks to that place of knowing that inside the core of ourself is a refuge, a place where we could tap into the source of strength, to heal our wounds, and to find the courage and the energy to deal with the tough stuff that shows up in life. So we're going to work with the physical action of muscle energy. And this is the energy that draws a circumference deep into the center of your being. So the 3 steps are drawing the skin to the muscle, muscle to the bone, then drawing to the midline, and from the periphery to your core. So we do these actions so you get settled in, create steadiness. So the action causes a feeling of power, of health and healing, and then when you come from that place, you can radiate out more. You can express the bigger purpose of our yogic practice is feel freedom, is to take this embodiment and work it to the place where you are refining yourself, where everything actually causes a connection, and you start to deepen your unified sense of being present. And steadiness, courage, sense of integration, all this magnetic pull in that muscle energy is all about, gives you that place of grounding. And when I practice this, the stuff that I'm dealing with becomes a little bit more doable. I could be present with it. My practice of being steady helps me to get to a place where I could listen to that voice, listen to that healing place inside me. And that energy moves me to a deeper place of expression of the beauty of the pose. And sometimes not even just the beauty, but just being able to be present and do the best I can. So that's my invitation as we get going, is to be able to tap in and feel your steady source. Hug into that. So we'll start with finally make sure your seat is grounded, so you lovingly pull your sit bones or your buttock flesh away from the sit bones and lean forward a little bit, so there's that deepening down in the inner edge of your thighs. Good. From there, you can lean back so the inner and outer shoulders go back, and you can feel hugging in a sweet embrace. And as we close our eyes, take a moment just to draw your awareness into this inner refuge. Please join me now, hands together at the heart. We'll open with 3 ohms and chanting the Anusara invocation 3 times. Draw a deep breath in.
Oh.
experience more freedom. All right, open your eyes, shake your arms loose. Now come to neutral hands and knees for a moment. Hands at the front of your mat. Draw your wrists towards each other, your knees towards each other, and press the knuckles of your hands deep into the earth. Feel the steady connection, the support of the earth below you. Now we're going to work with cat and cow, just to let the breath move with you and add a sense of fluidity. So draw a breath in, press your thighs back, and slowly lift your chin upward. With your exhale, round in deep. Feel the breath move through you. Continue with your breath, moving naturally, following it, letting it guide you, letting that inner voice that nurtures and steadies you be present and deepen connection, mind, body, spirit. Enjoy the breath. Enjoy the partnership. Add one more deep round. And then come to a neutral place in your spine. Slide your right leg back and plug firmly into the earth. Feel the connection and steady support it gives you. So allow a lift in your right leg. Now slide your left leg back, plank pose. Strong, steady. Draw in for support. Now lift your waist and bend your knees. We'll come to downward facing dog. So just lift all the way. There you go. Down dog. Take a moment. Tread, stretch, wag if it feels good. Keep the connection to this inner core. Alive, fluid, and steady. And now gradually just pull up from your feet so your heels lift high. Press your thighs back and stretch your heels down to the earth. Beautiful. Lift your right leg up and stretch straight back. Plugging from your heart down through your hands. Make sure your knuckles are pushed into the earth. Steady and strong. Good. Lower your right leg. Take a moment here. Just breathe. Left leg up. Stretch it back. Reach. Feel the fullness. Good. Lower your foot and walk your feet up to your hands. Lovingly fold over the steadiness of your legs as you draw your shins towards each other. Press your thighs back. Good. Lift your hands to your waist, and slowly, as you press deep into your feet, lift all the way up and unfurl your arms to the sky for the delight of the stretch. Reach it up, lean back, full breath, and now exhale, swan dive down to the earth. Lovely, you guys. Good. Breathe. Lift your chin. You need to bend your knees to get your sides long. You can do that, or you can use blocks of your hands. Exhale, fold back in. Let's pump several more times. Just on your own. Inhale, lift. Legs as straight as you can get them as you plug in. And then you exhale, fold down. Deepening the connection to breath, to the fluidity, to how the Shakti, the energy of the breath of a deeper universe moves through you, guides you, supports you. Now lift your hands to your hips and draw halfway up here. Draw your legs in, thighs back, lengthen long. And now sweep your arms forward and all the way up to a big reach. Deepen your arms back, palms pressed in, and you even widen your arms away from your shoulders. So lovely. Good. Good. You can draw closer to your hands towards each other. Yeah. And then exhale, fold to the earth. Breathe in. Steady legs. So these guys have you widen your feet just a little so you can have something to squeeze into. In fact, grab your big toes and pull them energetically towards each other and feel how that engages the inner edge of your feet. Good. Now release that and deepen into your little toes sides. Hands to your hips. Bend your knees. We're going to come towards praying chair. So your hand will be at your heart. Draw the shoulders back. Breathe. So soften with your breath. Hug into your steady place of support. Scoop your tailbone down. And now reach your arms long, full chair. Shine out bright. That's lovely. Lift all the way up. Enjoy a back bend and big stretch, integrating your arms into the base of your shoulders. Beautiful. Lift all the way up and exhale back down to the earth. Free, open, listening to that inner voice, inner healing, place of strength. Good. Draw a deep breath in. Lift your shoulders, lift the back of your head, back of your throat. Now step your right leg back strongly, valiantly, plug into the earth and feel the steadiness you create there. Get the foundation of the toes set while you're steady. It's good, nice. So your back leg lifts for support, and that gives you the freedom in your left leg to settle down. And you just come to your fingertips, so there's this subtle drawing up here. Feel your heart melt into your steadiness. Good. We're going to slide forward. Take your hands forward and float your back leg up. Pressing your standing leg back. Keep soft. Keep melting into the universal part of yourself. The source of steadiness. Good. Now bend your raised leg. Step down next to your left foot. Take your hands to your heart. And now bend your knees once again. Drape your skin over the inner fullness. Hug into steadiness. Thighs back, tailbone down, lengthen long. Stretch out. Feel your expanding capacity to express beauty. Good. Now pushing your feet, elevate all the way up. And release your hands together at your heart. Take a moment just to connect back into this healing room. This place inside that's universal, that's connected, that serves our highest purpose in yoga. To feel free, feel connected. Good. Now release your hands, draw a breath in. And now sweep all the way up with fullness, with delight. Exhale, fold to the earth. Inhale, lift your heart forward. And now with an exhale, set your right leg back with your heel down. Right leg back. We're going to come to warrior one. So deepen your heel back and make sure you have enough width in your stance or the steadiness. Good. And you can even use blocks here if that helps you. Otherwise, play the edge a little bit. Let the challenge of a pose. Steady. Good. Now draw up from your fingers. Take your torso straight up and down. And now, plugged in, reach up to the sky. Express beauty and light. Lovely. Oh, smile. And now, release down to the earth and draw back, downward facing dog. Come forward to plank. And then slowly lower down towards the earth and into the back bend of your choice. Maybe cobra or upward facing dog. Pull back. And then lift back up to downward facing dog. Breathe. Now either bend your knees and hop or just step to the front of your mat. Lovely. That's strange. Take your hands to your waist. And as your legs stay steady and strong, plugged into the earth, lift all the way up. Reach to the sky. Express yourself through your body. Let that action of integration, of hugging in, deepen you into that place where you're steady, secure, and free. Now exhale, fall back down to the earth. Inhale, lift, sides long. Exhale, step your left leg back, drop the heel down. Find steadiness in your legs. So the inner edge of your feet plugs in, and then the outer edge of your feet draw towards the core of your pelvis, and then press back down and use that steadiness now to lift up and reach for the sky. Steady foundation creates room and freedom for bigger pose and bigger expression. Yeah. Lovely. Exhale to the earth. Pull back to downward facing dog. Come forward to plank. And then chaturanga down to either cobra or upward facing dog. Feel the connection, steadiness. Good. It goes down. Downward dog. Inhale your right leg up. Stretch it straight back, long and steady. From your heart, you press down through your hands into your knuckles. Now, step all the way forward between your hands with the right leg. You have to come down to your knee, grab your foot. You do that too. Good. Steady and strong here. Keep your left hand down and raise your right arm forward. We're just going to stretch. Pull from the periphery of your fingers back so you plug your shoulder blades deep onto your back and rotate open and face towards the windows. Good. The more you draw in, the more steadiness you create, and the more you can lean back. We're going to take your ribs and bring this around here and this a little closer together. So plug into your inner edge of your foot, then the outer edge. Good. Roll down. Step all the way forward. Breathe in and out. Lift your hands to your hips and then draw all the way up. Stretch your arms to the sky, full and bright. Good. Move steady and slow enough that we keep the connection to that place where grace resides, that inner space. Now draw breath in, exhale, fold to the earth. Inhale, lift your gaze. And now either step or hop back to downward facing dog. Draw up from your hands and from your feet and push back into the earth. Hug in for steadiness, shoulder blades strong in the back, melt your heart. In fact, I'm just even have you walk your toes back about 2 inches. Yeah, good. We want steadiness and freedom. Lift your left leg up. Step it all the way forward between your hands. Good. Draw from your feet into the core of your pelvis. Use a little lift underneath your right thigh to add power and steadiness in your legs so you can push back down into the earth. Now right hand down, lift your left arm straight forward. Now keeping drawn into yourself, that place where strength is augmented. Roll open and shine out bright. Yes, put it to lighter. Leave or stretch out these. There you go. Wow. Roll all the way down to the earth. Step forward, standing forward bend. Take a moment here, just breathe, relax. Good. Now, place your hands on your hips. Bend your knees and take your hands back to your heart for praying chair. Draw your skin to the muscle to the bone. Draw your legs to the midline. Pull up from your feet to your pelvis and press back down. Use that now to empower your upper body. So again, we draw in and we pull from the periphery down. Connect your shoulders strong into your back. And a push to lift all the way up. Release your hands together and down to your heart. Draw a breath or two in and out. Steady. We reverently face each challenge, each pose. The more we get connected to this source, the more we can face those challenges, that steadiness that's required to do what you have to do to get by. Release your arms. Okay, release. Okay, so I want to demonstrate muscle energy, the actual specifics of drawing from the periphery to the midline, and how the action drawing in brings the shoulder blades strong onto your back, so there's steadiness. Okay, so in Warrior 2, when I do this, you'll see, yeah. So when I create a steady foundation in the leg, and I draw it here, I pull in and I draw the shoulders blades back and strong. So pulling in, I connect. There's a connection to source. There's that place where beauty can even shine out. And you might go deeper. So this is what I like to experience as we can give that a try again. All right, so let's step your right leg back. The outer edge of your foot parallel to the narrow end of your mat. Hug in, steady. When you draw in, rest into the support here. Float your arms. Now pull from the periphery, your fingertips. So you draw all the way back. Shoulder blades drawn into the back gives you steadiness. Yeah, and then let your beauty just radiate out. And then release your arms. Lift and turn, second side. Pull in. From your steady place, settle your foundation, lift your arms. Bend your knee. Pull from the periphery, your fingers, all the way so the shoulder blades come deep onto your back. And even the front of your body, your inner and outer shoulder blades go back. Or inner and outer deltoids. Lovely. And then release that. Good. Lift up and turn. Take a breath or two. So the thing is, when I practice this way and really plug into that steadiness, it helps me take the pose as beauty. So we're going to take the pose bigger and express more beauty. So we're going to work with the goddess warrior. So go ahead and turn your left foot and settle down in. We come back to warrior 2. Relax with your breath. Hug in for steadiness, a place that gives you support. Thighs back, scoop your tailbone down. And now as you shine out bright and full, tip your back arm back and raise up here. Beautiful. Keep the breath moving free and unimpeded in your body. Good. So the front knee opens up towards the little toe side, and then so you can even bring a little bit more. That's it. Extend deeper here. Push out through your front knee and down into the earth. Good. Lift back to full warrior 2. Release. Lift up. Catch your breath as you turn your feet. Second side. Check the foundation here. So you're digging the inner edges of your feet in, and then you place the little toe side down. Steady and strong. You pull from that place. That gives you the support. Excuse me. Lift your arms out. Good. So we're going to take your hands a little forward here so you stay soft behind. Does that feel better? Good, good. From your place of strength now and beauty, go ahead and tip your back hand down. Good. Push your waistline a little back towards the knees so there's a little bit more of the thighs back. Beautiful. Back to warrior 2. And then release your hands. Turn your right foot, and we're going to be in widespread forward fold. So start by placing your hands on your hips. When you do that, you can get a big deepening back in the front of your body into the back, playing the universal place, steadiness. Okay? Feel the inner edge of your feet, the outer edge of your feet. So the big toe mound and the inner heel pad connect. Then the little toe pad and the outer heel connect. Draw in here and fold halfway down. From your steady base now, extend your arms out, directly out to your sides. Like we did in Warrior 2. Use the action of drawing in to integrate your arms all the way into the center of your upper body. Pulling into that center place, that core. Go ahead and tip your right hand down and turn the face out towards this direction. Arms stay in the same plane here. Deepen your armpits back. Release. Let's even have you take your hand directly more below your heart, just in your fingertips, so you're sensitive, you're pulling up. Good. We can keep that. That's it. And then there's a big lift up here. Steady. So there we go. Yeah. Good. Release your left hand down. Breathe. Bend your elbows out to the side, and then lovingly just fold down into that quiet place of stillness. Inhale, lift up so your fingers are on the floor. Pull up from your fingers, drawing the shoulders deeper into the shoulder socket. And we're going to roll this one just a little bit more like that. Just touch your fingers with the crease of your wrists up forward. That's it. Melt the space between your shoulder blades. So the heart always is just lovingly melting down. Good. Now, keep your legs steady, your upper body steady, and lift your arms out like beautiful wings and roll your right arm to the sky, left hand down. That's it, Rosa. Lift it on your left hand. Yeah. So you draw, you're connecting in, and that connection in, the muscle energy, gives you something to radiate out against, gives you some resistance to reach out. Lean back, bring beauty. Lift your chin back. That's it. Good journey. And release your right hand down. Once again, fold deep into that steady, quiet place. Inhale, lift the back of your head. And now with an exhale, I want you all to pivot to your left. And we're going to come into a straight leg lunge facing the front of the room. Check the width of your stance here so you're steady. You're going to bend the knee a little bit more, Sharon. And if you want, you can use your blocks if you're feeling discomfort. So in your steady lunge, plug into your feet and feel how you can draw energy all the way up to the core of your belly. So lift up, shoulders up and back. And lift your arms. Breathe. All parts connected. Beautiful, you guys. Good. Draw your palms towards each other and you widen away from your shoulders. Now, lean up just a little bit more. Exhale down to the earth. Beautiful. Step all the way forward. And back with your left leg. Breathe here. Enjoy your breath. Enjoy the steadiness here. Pull up from your fingers. So we lift up, draw the shoulder blades up. Melt your heart. And now, pulling your feet towards each other, lift all the way up and reach your arms to the sky. One part steady, strong, supported. The other part free, so you can feel the flow, the move of the Shakti through your body. Good. Arms back. And then release down to the earth. Downward facing dog. Now inhale, lift your left leg up and step it all the way forward between your hands. We're going to come to Trikonasana. So here I want you to drop your back heel down, take your hands to the inside of your front leg. Then pause for a moment. You want to be plugged into the earth, but you want to always stay soft and connected to that place that's fluid. So the support and the healing element, that inner place, keeps you calm. When I face challenges in life, I have to remember that place. So I go there, and it gives me steadiness. So now I'm going to take your top hand to your hip, and nestle your left arm deep against your left leg. And now, pulling up from both your hands and your feet, straighten your front leg and lean back with your top shoulder. Now, if you want, you can use the block, or you can just press your hand in. Listen to your own body. Reach your right arm to the sky and deepen the head of your arm back into the shoulder socket. So we get a big rotational roll here. Good. Now steady. Feel the freedom. You can lift your chin a little as you tip your ears back. Beautiful. And now release all the way down to the earth. Pivot to your right. And so we come to the second side of the pose. Good. Take a moment here. Feel your feet steady and even. Inner edge, outer edge. Draw to the midline. Hug in. And now take your right hand to the outside of your right foot. Left hand to your hip. Keep the steady drawing in and lean back. Supported. You have room for expansion. Reach your arm to the sky. And deepen the root of your arm. So it's from the root that you stabilize the periphery. And from that place now, be a little bolder. Tap into that source and go a little wilder here. Leaning back. I'm going to take this a little forward. And I'm going to roll this back here. Is that better? Good. And now it could be straight up and down. So it's the root of your arm that leads you here. Exhale, roll all the way down. Pivot halfway to your left. Widespread forward fold. Take a moment. Breathe. And if it feels good, you can just soften or more. Bend your knees. Wag. Stretch and soften. And now turn to the left. Downward facing dog. There's step or hop forward. Beautiful. Hands to your waist, lift all the way up. Shake it loose. Okay, I want us to work with a partner trikonasana. And this is a beautiful pose. I know a lot of you have already done this before. It's a way of where the hugging in action with a partner that you resist against helps to deepen the shoulder blades on the back, helps to get that sense where you're in that big, the wonderful, you know? So let's see. Well, Tina, I'll work with you just to give the basic sense of how this is doing, and then we'll partner you guys up. Because we're on number, I'll continue working with that. So come to triangle pose here. And just watch how she just places herself. She's steady. There's that pulling in. See how nicely she draws her shoulders back here. Now give me the high five forward here. And I'm going to brace myself so I also feel the steadiness. And as she presses into me, she can use that to deepen the connection into her shoulder blades. And from there, that beautiful caressing in gives her more freedom to lean back. Oh, yeah. And release slowly, and then let it go easily so the person doesn't go falling wild. Yeah. Good. How'd that feel?
Good.
All right. Okay, so why don't you two work, and you work, and then we'll do the other side. I want you to start with your right leg. So, Tana Jo, why don't you be the one that starts here? Start with your right leg, and Jean, you'll stand here to support her. Everyone facing towards the back of the room. And now, Lisa, you'll be her standing in front of Roselle, and you'll be her resistance as she comes first into triangle pose. Get strong and steady, and if you feel you need that block, go ahead and use it. I want you to feel comfortably plugged in so you are steady. That's it. All right, second time. So you give your partner the high five, and then you use that resistance to pull from the periphery so your arms are deepened into the shoulder socket and the shoulder blades are firmly on your back, giving you a loving place to roll open, express your beauty. Yes, thank you. Yeah. Feel free to ask for, for what you need. Good. Lean back there. Yeah. That's it with your arm. Okay, good. You're gonna have you reach up and out. Yeah. That's all right. Good. That's pretty good. Yeah. Let's we all had a chance to do each side. You're still on the second. Okay. Go ahead and switch. Make sure everyone gets do one side then the other. That's it, Roselle. Plug into your feet. And use that steadiness here to give you the deepening. That's it. Beautiful roll open. Yeah, express beauty through your effort. That's it. Now let's take this down a little bit lower, and then we're going to lift this a little higher. Yeah. Now the palm turning towards her. Ground it in. What we want is a big rolling open here. Isn't that good? Excellent. Really slow and steady so you don't lose your grounding, you don't lose your connection. Good. Lift all the way up. Now, did you get a chance to do it yet? Or no? All right. Thanks, Tina, for holding it together. All right, you both have done it?
No, we've done one side each.
All right. Oh, you did one side. Okay. Go. Second side. All right. Good. Come into triangle pose. Just take a moment and just pause here. Make sure that you're still in that steady place. Breathe. Good. Now reach up. Sweep your hand a little forward and towards your support. That's it, Shannon. and give her something to push into, and you too can feel the drawing back. And now you start to roll. Lovely, lovely. Nice, nice, Lisa. I'm going to take this just a little bit more here and get a little bit more roll here. See how the shoulders are so strong now? All right, lift all the way up. Good.
Okay.
All right. You all right? This is your last side? Good. So once you're done, come back to the front of your mat. All right, Gene, let's do it. It feels good too, doesn't it? And that's what I love about it. When I do these poses and they get really plugged in, I get inspired. You know, the stuff that I'm processing through in life seems a little bit more manageable because I recognize that inner source. I see nods of head, yeah, because there's no one who escapes without some kind of story to deal with, right? So we're going to work with Partial Konasana. Let's take your right leg back and turn open here. So from here, place your left hand on the inside of your leg. Draw your feet towards each other. Thighs back, tailbone down, bright and full. Now start to slide down. Just go slow and steady. Lean back into your place of support. Good. And now as we reach your top arm, have it parallel to the floor at first. And then pull from the periphery back so you feel the connection. The joints are drawn together. And now sweep your arm past your ear. That's it. Good. Lean back into that. So there's a press in. Good. Pushing into your feet. Now lift the full warrior two. Goddess warrior. Shine out. Smile from the inside out. And back to warrior two. And then release your hands as you draw up and turn to the second side. Pause for a moment. Enough to get your feet steady. Let the breath keep flowing evenly through your body. Good. Now let's place the right hand on the inside of your left knee. Bend and get stable. We use the action so we can feel a place of integration. We can feel steadiness. You feel that we have room to even boldly go further into a pose. Start to slide it down. Keep the connection. All sides move into the inner plane, inner stability. Now reach your top arm towards me and pull back. Sweep past your ear. Yeah. And now from here, see if you can even roll back a little bit. Lifting your chin away. Yes. Plug into your feet. Steady. Beautiful. Face your challenges in life with this energy that you're experiencing now. And you'll know more freedom. Beautiful. Now lift the warrior two. Warrior two, the goddess warrior. Tip back, get bold and brave. Use your steadiness, use your growing sense of being plugged in, and then press forward through your front knee. Yeah, a little bit more forward here. Yeah. Warrior two. Beautiful. And then release your hands. Lift up and turn your feet. Take a moment here. So many of these poses have the same, I should say these are all universal alignment principles. So each pose has the same quality but expressed in different ways. So we're going to come to downward facing dog, plank, and then Vasisthasana, the side plank. And use that knowledge that you draw into yourself to plug in for steadiness, for sweet embrace that expands you out. So let's come to downward facing dog, facing forward. You even add a little bend to your knees so the calves press forward into the shins and your thighs press back. You plug in from your heart all the way down through your arms, especially into your thumb and index fingers so your knuckles are steady. You're fully integrated into the earth. And now come forward towards plank. We're going to roll to face the window wall here. So your outer left foot comes all the way down. Stack your right foot on top of that. And if that's not doable, you can always bend your top foot and press down. So kind of jot how you do that. If you're not set, the under leg is straight. And then you lean back. Feel the same integration that you've done in so many of these other poses. Yeah, good. That's so nice. Good. Now press your buttocks towards your heels, and that's going to bring you more to the midline. Lean back into this. Express some beauty. You all right?
Yeah.
Good. Come all the way out. Downward facing dog. Lovely. You always have permission to listen and modify if that inner voice of wisdom is telling you, you know, this is an edge. This is honoring your own self. This is honoring the practice, the true meaning of our yoga. Get connected, that inner wisdom. Second side, come forward to plank. You're going to turn and face towards my direction. Your under leg is straight and steady. If you need to bend your top knee and press down, you can do that. Now as you start to draw your inner and outer shoulder blades back, lovingly place your shoulder blades deeper to your heart. Use that front to back integration now as you lift up. And lean back. It's so beautiful. You guys inspire me. So lovely. Good. Hips to the sky, roll all the way down, downward facing dog. Breathe. Inhale your left leg up and step it all the way forward. Good. Now drop your back heel down and take your right arm, or excuse me, your left arm to the inside of your left leg here. So I want you to be able to draw in for your steady connection and get your shoulder as low as you can down on the inside of your knee. And then lift up, and we're going to turn and face the other direction, doing the same action. Squeeze in, plug into your feet. And as you bend your front knee, make sure your knee rolls out to your little toe, and you press this back. That's it. Good, good, good. Lower down, deep. And now lift all the way up. Then turn to face the center. Hands to your waist. Lift all the way up. Humble warrior. Keep your legs steady, but turn open in your left foot. Deepen the inner and outer deltoids back, so you draw to the back plane. Now start to bend your knees and reach your hands back, so that you interlace your fingers behind your waist. Pause here to feel the steadiness. So you grow from steadiness. You grow from that connection into source, into the universal that feeds you, that guides you. Now from here, humbly fold down as you lift your elbows and wrists to the sky. Keep pushing your butt back. Scoop this front left thigh down. So Dean can take this forward. Once again, this thigh drops down, and that's going to take this knee even deeper on the inside of your knee. Good. Left thigh drops down deep. Connect into the hip socket. Good. And slowly lift up and free your arms for warrior two. Settling strong and steady. Yeah. Release. Breathe. Take a moment. Catch your breath as we get ready to go to the second side. Turn. You guys doing all right? Mm-hmm. All right. You're just beautiful. You're inspiring me. All right. Turn. Bend your knees and get steady. Draw in. Hug in. Pull into your center. Keep the breath soft and free. Skin to the muscle to the bone. Hug into the midline and pull up from your feet. Good. Now take your hands back. Thighs back. Shoulders back. Behind your waist. Draw a deep breath in and start to fold down to the inside of your front thigh. Here, the left leg is strong and supportive. It gives you freedom to drop your right thigh down. If you scoop The head of the femur, right close to your hip, down and in. So Roselle, I'm going to have you do a little bit more of that, and that's going to bring this around. Yeah. And now keep the bend in your knee. All right? Good. Lift all the way up over here too. That's so sweet. It takes courage to face these poses, doesn't it? But that courage that we practice gives you the steadiness to face life's challenges. Release your hands, and then turn to the first side here with your left foot pointing forward. Here's where our peak pose comes in. We're going to go for bound partial konasana. All right. Actually, come up, soften out a little bit so you're not working here. So in bound partial konasana, I'm pulling it from the midline, creating steadiness and full integration. So I can shine out. So here's drawing in. This is steady. This is integration. Shoulders firm on the back. And you keep that, and it'll give you more freedom to reach over and back. And then when I do this, I lean back with steadiness. And then release up. Okay? That's where we're going. All right, so place your feet so the left foot points forward, right leg is back. So when I do this pose, I get that place where I'm in that healing room. I'm in that place of steadiness. And let's see if you can get there now. Slide here. Left hand deep in. Start to fold down. Go slow and steady so you keep the connection to your strength. Drop your left sit bone down. And if you can't wrap over and interlock your fingers, that's fine. You can do that. I just want you to get the sense of leaning back. And then you drape your right hand over, your left hand will go underneath your thigh. That's it. Good. Good. Keep the steadiness here. You right? Yeah, you look beautiful. And release to the earth. Pivot to your right. If you want to take a moment here. Fold, breathe, and now turn. Second side. So just have you turn your foot so the little bit. That's a good, beautiful toes. All right. All right. Draw in, bending your front knee. Slide your right hand slowly down inside of your right thigh. And plug your left shoulder back. Even a little bit more. Gee, pull it a little bit. Get the steadiness here before you go for the big freedom. There. Sit bone down. Now go a little deeper with your shoulder sliding under. And then if you can, reach up. Lean back. Beautiful. Press. That's it. Lean. Lovely. Use your plugging in. Tap into that deeper place where strength and healing occur. They're going to lean back a little left. That's it. Keep it going. There you go. And you can release if you like the support. And now release all the way down. Pivot. And pivot all the way to the front of the room so you're downward facing dog. Take a moment in dog. Deepen your connection to the universal by hugging into that sweet place. Support. Feel your steadiness. Come forward to plank. And then slowly lower all the way down to your belly. Rest for a moment with your forehead on top of your hands. All right, we're going to work with locust pose. So I want you to lift your shoulders, lift your chin, and slide your arms back by your side. Your palms facing each other. Draw from your fingers up toward your shoulders and deepen the shoulder blades onto your back. Hug into that sweet place of steadiness now as you lift your shoulders up. Good. And release down. Take a moment again. Rest your forehead at the top of your hands. Now, second time. We're going to lift up, take your arms back, and we're going to add the lift of the legs too. So squeeze your legs in towards each other. They don't have to be squeezing to touch, but just magnetically drawn towards each other. Squeeze them in. Pull from your fingers up towards your shoulders and lift your heart upward. Good. As you lift up, float your feet, shoulders, lean back. Lift your chin, radiant light. Hug into that sweet place and shine out bright. Beautiful. And release. Rest your forehead for a moment here. Take your hands by your side, and we're going to do a half reverse push-up back to prayer pose. So hands by your side, push down, take your butt back to your heels. Beautiful. All right, come to your seat. Extend your legs out straight, Dandasana. Breathe here. So as you draw your wrists towards each other, your legs energetically towards each other, have your knees and your toes pointing straight up. Lean back, lift your chin. We'll come to upward facing plank. So stretch the back of your head. So it's not just a thrust of your chin. Lengthen for the whole body. So integration gives you expansion. Lean back, and then as you lift up, press your toes forward, arch back. Beautiful. Push your toes in. Use the support of your shoulder blades to lengthen you long. Pressing your toes down. Arch your chin back even deeper now. Yeah. Love to come all the way down. Good. Breathe. Your hands by your side. Once again, stick pose, Dandasana. Good. Pull your right knee back. We're going to open up for Janu Shirshasana. You're going to likely turn towards this direction here. So we're going to separate the space between your feet and your thigh. Hands behind your back. Feel a strong plugging in as you pull from the periphery. You hug in, and there's steadiness here. Shoulders back. Your upper body is free and stable. So kind of try to have you lean forward a little bit so it's not a big back bend, because we're going to come forward with this. If you even want to sit on a block, you can do that. So draw a breath in, and then quietly fold forward and feel the interconnection of your body and that energetic source of strength. Fold here, keeping that fluid flow, the Shakti, the energy moving through your body. See if you feel a deepening connection to the universal. And now lift a little. I'm going to slide your right hand over towards your left leg. Folding over your leg, start to fold in. And now your left hand can either push from behind, or you can reach it towards your foot or ankle as well. And then draw, you pull up. Good. Go as deep as you like. So most of you can take your hands, both hands forward. Give that a try. Tongues, you can even do that too. Both hands, pull in, float your elbows out. And when you lift energetically underneath your arms, just like we do in downward dog, you melt your heart in deep, deep. Elbows out to your side. That's how you roll this a little bit more there. And sometimes even a little support here. No, you got it grounded, that's fine. Good. That's it. Inhale, lift all the way up. And now, pull your right foot back. This is Parvati's pose. So from here, place your right foot down and take your right hand on the inside. So you roll your toes in towards the midline. That's going to deepen your inner thighs. And then you lean back lovingly into this. Parvati is another name for the goddess, the mother that supports us. The pulse of energy. Good. Energize your legs. Pull them in. That's it. So as if you're pressing your foot into my shin. Yeah. Deepen down. And then release. Ooh. Turn. We're going to point your feet to the other direction. So you're going to stretch. No, I want you to turn this way. So you can take your right leg back. And you're going to be facing a little bit more towards the back of the room. Add some space between your foot. Yeah, that's good. That works. No, you're fine. No, yeah, yes, you are. You're right, there you go. Thank you. Good. Take a moment here, get connected in, roll your big toes in towards the midline, and deepen your inner thigh down. Yeah. Now for a little push from behind, start to deepen your shoulders back. Shoulder blades come forward like two friends helping support you. Now fold forward here, quietly between the place between your knees. And if you like, you can even take your hands forward here, deepen down, and gradually start to slide your left hand over to your leg. And if you want to reach both arms out as well, you can do that. Lift your elbows. Grounded in your seat, you lengthen long through your sides. Do you want to get just a little something to press down into? So you can place it where you like. Yeah. Yeah, good. Fold in deep. And use that pulling in energy to the healing place, the healing room that nurtures you. Your steadiness is like a calming salve for the body. And you express yourself from that place. And the universal is augmented. Beautiful. Good, lift all the way up. Now open your legs out wide. This is Upavishta. Oh, I'm sorry, yeah, pardon me, suppose, thanks. Draw your left leg up, thanks, Dina. Right leg still straight, left leg out, root down into your foot. You left inner arm, yeah, presses into that, and your shoulders go back. So you are drawing the shoulder blades back. And if you need to sit on a block to have this inner grounding here, yeah, we want this to roll down and in. So there's that place that you're pressing it firm here. And if that's not quite working, if your left butt's up, how can you sit on the block? Well, try that, see if that feels better. Lean back here. Does that work better? Feel it? Okay. And now release. Good. Now, wide leg pose. Take a moment to ground into your legs. Feel the integration front to the back. Then the shoulder blades forward. Now I like to do this pose with my hands behind because it gives me a little deepening sense of inner legs. Pull your big toes towards each other, and that's going to integrate the muscle strength, drawing you in, and it'll help you to deepen your pubic bone down. Now as you start to fold, you can choose whether you take your hands out in front or just keep pressing from behind. Beautiful, Tina. Melt into your own beauty. Recognize the support that this muscular integration gives you. Use it to feed you, to nurture you. Whatever is showing up in your life can be augmented by this recognition of inner power. There's a healing place inside you, a place that guides you. When you know me, you'll experience freedom, the song says. Beautiful. All right, start to pull out. Now we plug the legs back in. Turn so your legs face forward and your back to Dandasana. Stretch forward. Pull from your feet into your core, deepen your shoulders back, elbows back. You can have your hands by the side. And now release. Take a moment on your back to roll. You can pull your knees up towards your chest. Find a juicy spot that you can roll into. We're going to do a gentle twist here. So I want you to bring your feet down. Slide the right leg out straight. So this is a rolling over twist. And so I want you to scoop your butt a little bit to the left edge of your mat. And then roll deep onto your right side. You can take the sole of your left foot to your right knee. And then keep pulling in and integrate so you can roll deep through your upper body. Is that right? There you go. Into your steadiness, you can expand back out. Pulling into your steadiness, you can feel more integration to the universal. Beautiful. I'm going to give you a little extra. Is that right? Yeah, let that soften here. Pull it. Now push up through your legs. Draw down in. So it's a balanced action of steadiness and freedom. Good. Release to your back. Bring your feet down. Do a little wag of your knees if that feels good. And then extend your left leg out, second side. Lift your right foot. Take it to the left knee. Yeah, and then roll over. Angela, just give your feet a little bit more. That's it. Good. So once you pull in, now you can press back out. You can really feel a big expanse. This deepening connection to the source of your steadiness gives you an opportunity to feel the integration and the freedom. Feel quality of ease. The action pulls you into yourself so you can expand back out from that place. Inside out pulse. Exhale. Now release to your back. Again, once again, take a moment with your feet down. Or if it feels good to pull your knees up towards your shoulders and just massage your low back. Do that. Bend your knees and have both your feet down just a little bit in front of where your knees are. Keep your left foot down and raise the right leg straight up. Take your hands behind the thigh. And as you pull back and deepen your shoulders towards the mat, press forward so there's an extension. Your thigh bones deepening into the hip socket. Steady muscle integration. Feel the big spread. Beautiful. Spread your toes up like that. Slide your left leg out. Keep your feet active, engaged. You squeeze into the midline. Hug in for steady support. And now release. Bend both knees. Bring your feet down. Take any action to help this kind of integrate before we go to the second side. All right? Good. Okay, second side. Keep your right foot down. Lift your left leg up. Bend the knees first here. So you can bend your right knee. Press down into the earth. And even pull from your feet towards your belly. Pull in to integrate. Use the magnetic pulse for stability. And now press against your arms and see how that can even deepen your shoulders back. Your low back arches a little and your chest expands with more freedom and ease. Slide the right leg out and plug it into the earth. Keep your leg actively engaged by spreading your toes and pressing your big toe into the midline. Feel the outer muscles engage and give steadiness, freedom. Good. Now keep your left hand behind your left thigh and raise your right leg up. One hand behind each thigh. You keep a steady extension into the pull back of your arms. And on your own volition, you're starting to slide your hands up higher towards your ankles and maybe take your toes more overhead with your weight still dropping heavy. Beautiful. Now we're going to go towards happy baby. Bend your knees. Widen them out, take your hands on the inside and wrap over to the little toe side. Pull down, bending your knees out to the side, soles of your feet pointing up. So you push the big toes up and you pull the little toe side down. And now it's spontaneous. If you want just one leg or the other leg or both legs. Good. Move free and at ease. And when you're ready, just to release that and roll to your side and come to a seated position. Please do so. Cross your right shin. shin in the front of your mat, your left foot down. From here, right shin across, left foot down. Hold on to your outer shin and draw back. Now when I do this, I sometimes have to remember, all right, free the butt flesh from the sit bones. Get grounded down in. Get stable and plugged in. And then the work can be augmented. There's more integration. My low back just loves it when that muscle energy draws in, there's steadiness. Now from the pull in, hold onto your knee with your right hand and take your left hand behind you. You gradually turn back, deepening your left shoulder back. Beautiful. Feel the shoulder blades come forward. Feel that beautiful drawing in to the nurturing place. The place where spirit guides you. Where you experience freedom, a place of rest and ease. Excellent. Release, second side. Cross your left shin in front, bend your right knee, and pull back on your right shin at first. Plug in, integrate, draw in sweetly, and feel the big embrace. Then now reach your left hand to your knee, and right hand back. Okay. That's it. Good. And when you pull in, this is going to give you a little bit of room to roll back. We're going to just lift up long here. So the very dome of your skull lifts and your chin's level. Now leaning back into your own stability, go just a little deeper. Face the pose with grace. And you'll find a deeper connection to the universal. That quieting, soothing space. So beautiful. All right, release all the way out. And do any final individual stretch. We're going to take several minutes in a meditation followed by Shavasana. So as you sit, make sure that you move the flesh from your sit bones. Lean forward a little bit so you feel the inner thighs roll in and the low back curve augmented and steady. Keep that as you lean back into your beauty. Keep that steadiness as you just release your hands either on your lap or onto your thighs. Shoulders drawn back. Feel the full integration as you settle and lift and expand in all directions. So your breath is full and bright. Muscles draw in, steady and supportive. A little drawing of your inner thighs back and the scoop of your tailbone gives you a fullness, so you lengthen long and you shine bright from this place of steady integration. Enjoy your breath. There's a universe inside you, a place that we retreat to for steadiness and healing. There, the loving spirits guide you. And when you know this connection, you know more freedom. Draw a deep breath in, open your mouth to release it. 2 more times, breathe in deep. Feel free to lay all the way back down into Shavasana. Let the earth below you support you. Fold into it. Release. Feel the sweet support of the earth as you just release into it. And let that energy wrap up around you, embrace you, and feel the love of the divine. Slowly begin to expand your breath. Add just a little movement in your body. And then gradually make your way to your right side and push yourself up. Find a stable seated posture. Take a final moment, steady in your seat, to rest back into the place where you recognize the loving support of this inner place where grace is full and bright, that you hug into it, you let it feed you and nurture you. As I go through my life and face my physical conditions in my family, health issues, even my community was nearly burned down in the big fires running through central Washington. It took a lot of courage. It took a lot of drawing into this place to stay steady and strong as I face the stuff that's ongoing and the stuff that comes and goes. And as I know each and every one of us has our own issues and stories that surfaces throughout our life, we come back time and again to this practice of yoga and its higher purpose of creating more freedom and steadiness. That action of drawing in and being steady in the body has a result of giving you something to expand out against, to face the challenges, to be present. And even if it's just doing the best you can, we do so from the highest. So I invite you now to take your hands together to your heart. And from this full inside-out integration, we offer our closing 3 ohms to the highest that heals us and serves us and guides us. Draw a deep breath in. From my expanded heart to yours, I bow. Namaste. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for being here, for sharing your practice, for giving me your time. Touch my heart. Thank you very much.